who wants to be friends with people like this in the real world? That's really, I'm not criticizing. It's just, for me, it's not my scene. It's just not, it's so much toxicity. It's real life. I get it. I understand taking your $900,000, exposing your life, cashing the check, having every fact dug up about you, fighting for a living. I get that. For the 900,000, the 800,000, when your signature is on the contract, I get it all. I would do it. I would expose everything. I would be so mad. I don't get it when it's John Jansen's daughter and Shannon and Margaret and me. I don't get it when it's not work related. That to me is like, when these people are alone and the lights are down and their head is hitting the pillow, I'm looking out for the audience. I just think everyone listening should value their own life and their mommies and daddies and sisters and children and the things that really matter. I just find it strange. I guess maybe I'm not even on a soapbox. I'm in bewilderment that these are the people that people would kill to spend a minute with. I really don't want to spend a minute with either of them, barring a few people.
Don't you think? Most people, what is the saying?
Love fame.
No, water seeks its own level. You know what I'm saying? Do we think John isn't a big drinker? If he's been hanging out with Shannon for now 4 or 5 years, I would imagine, I don't know this, maybe John only has a drink and that's it. But I don't think it's the first time John's seen her like that. My guess is John probably likes to drink hard too. Maybe the whole family. You know what I mean? I think that, she's probably in the same company that do the same things, right? It's the more that comes out about Shannon, I think it's a little bit disheartening because she does have these 3 girls that are at such a pivotal age, and certainly in the tabloids. And then of course, from the season of RHOC, they make it sound like she's a very heavy drinker, which you hate to see. Look at everything that's happened with Luann. That's hard when that's your mom, once in a while, I think it's fine. Obviously every adult should be able to turn up and have a good time. And in fact, I think it's actually healthy if your kids can see you drinking in some moderation, but doesn't seem like there's a lot of moderation. Oh, by the way, was Luann drinking at the party? What was the deal?
I didn't see any drinking at either of the parties Luann was at. I really didn't.
I got to stop asking. People are like, let her have her own, drinking journey. I'm like, all right, I know. I'm just always.
I didn't. I see, I'm really when I see Luann, she's so in demand by everyone. I have a few moments and then I'm like, I'm going to leave you. I'm not going to be that hanger on, or I'm having a great party. By the way, there was a couple people that came running up and said they listened to you and I religiously. We actually had our own fans at this party, just FYI, darling.
God, I love this.
And some people very connected to the media too. A lot of people were like, what you guys are doing. They're like, you're the only ones who speak out. And Kim, you don't care what people think. The more compliments that I got, not ego wise, I'm like, okay, that's why I'm doing what I'm doing. I will never choose kissing a housewife's ass over speaking to these people that are listening. Never. I'm not going to do it. So the more people that said things like that, I'm like, yeah, this is why my show is not changing anytime soon. That's all. That's all I have to say. Speaking of people with problems, Kim Zolciak is selling off she started a few weeks ago selling off all these designer things. Listen, you think I waste money on all my bags, girl? One day, those are going to be the first thing to go.
Really? I don't think you'll ever need it like that. But yeah, she's selling all her Louis Vuitton, Brielle's Louis Vuitton. They're cleaning house. They are cleaning house. And she has she posted one bag that was a Louis that she wants 10 grand for. I'm like, not a chance. There's no way. The resale for Louis just isn't there like that. But I'm sure fans, look, if I were in the market for some Louis, I'd be like, I'd make her an offer.
It's weird just having a lot of them. The way it works is if something sells out, it's never coming back. So if it sells out for
oh, all right.
Well, no, if it sells out for 3,700, you can list it right away for 4,700. You can literally make $1,000 right away. And then for the next year or 6 months, you can make $1,000, $1,500, maybe even $2,000 more. However, eventually, you know, it has to be in great condition. Yeah, whatever you have, it'll stay higher. It usually stays higher than you paid. But if you paid 3,700, you ain't selling it for 10,000. So I saw that too. And I'm like, this is the problem once again with all these housewives. Like, you're still out of touch, Kim. If you need the money and you paid 37, you should sell it for like 43, you know, maybe 40, maybe
Yeah,
47.
get
But
it
like,
gone. Get the cash ASAP.
no
Yes.
one is paying $10,000 for something that retailed back in the now. You literally can't get these things. When it's gone, it's gone. That part's true. So it does appreciate in value. But girl, if you need the money, you gotta make a sale. I don't know. Kim
No,
bothers me. She bothers me, that Kim Zolciak. I don't
a lot
know.
of people are bothered, and a lot of people are wondering, will she be back on on RHOA? Now, did you see the looks for the RHOA reunion? I mean, I even forgot they were doing a reunion. I haven't even watched much of the rest of this season. Now, the women I thought did look great. I loved them, and I could give you a rundown of best to worst.
Do we have did I send you this picture here? Let me pull it up. I actually, listen, I was like a Jersey last season. I was very impressed overall. Ever since Salt Lake was such a disaster a few years ago and the OC, I think, yeah, I mean, I had the same reaction you did. I sent it to Kim D.
Yes, I love the
Oh,
color.
hold on. Let me take a picture of this. I sent it to Kim D, and she was less impressed than you and I, where she was like, disgusting. I don't like any of them with the exception of one. I agree with you. I think overall, who would be your
Sanya, pregnant Sanya, 100%.
Really?
She's my best dressed.
Wow.
My second best dressed is Drew. My third best dressed is Miss Kenya Moore. Fourth for me is Sheree. And then my two worst dressed are Marlo and Candy. I love my Candy, but the waist is very cinched and the tits look enormous. They almost just look out of place. I don't know. I almost really want Candy to get a breast reduction. Isn't that weird? I don't know why I'm saying that. She should do what she wants with her body. And I actually want to see more of Marlo's body because Marlo has a nice bod. And this thing is like, I don't know. It's like a drape.
We disagree a little bit on this one. Well, we could start with agreeing. My worst dressed is Candy. I don't know. No. Yeah, it's just, I don't get this at all.
So cute, but the boobs look, I don't know. And it's kind of like half tassels on the tits.
Yeah, it's not my thing. My second worst dress, you're not going to be happy with me, is Drew. I mean, what is this? This is like pageant, like Miss America pageant on like a budget. It's just gone wrong. My third, so that was my sixth, fifth, my fourth place. It's nice. It's nice. It's a little boring for me as Sanya Richards Ross. I think pregnant